everybody, my name is Katrina, and today I will be reacting to Seventeen's new music video. So this week I knew Taeyang was releasing a new song, and I was so focused on that I didn't think about anything else that was coming out. So I somehow completely missed that Seventeen was releasing new music, but I'm here now, and I'm going to be reacting to their new music video. So I don't know how to say it in Korean, but when I looked it up, it looks like the song's called Super. I know I've heard tiny, quick little snippets here and there, like for a little bit, but I don't remember them, and I tried not to stay on them so I wouldn't get spoiled with the song. So I'm excited to watch and listen to them. But before I do start, I do want to let everyone know that I do like Seventeen. They're one of the groups that I know a little bit about. I know a little bit about the members. And then they have a few songs that I love. So some of the songs I like are Don't Wanna Cry, Manse, Left and Right, and Very Nice. Those are 4 of the songs that I've heard from them that I've really liked. They have a bunch of other music that I haven't heard before. So it's weird because I like the group. I just haven't dove into them. I can't explain why. And it's weird because I feel like I even have like a bias in the group. So from the very little that I know of, oh dang, sorry, I just noticed how many views they have. And it says it's only been out for 2 days and they've got a lot of views. So sorry, I got distracted for a second. But so I do have like my favorite members from the very little that I know. So my favorite, I'm a Woozi and Hoshi stan. They're 2 of my favorite. I don't think I'm saying their names wrong, but if I am, please do let me know, because I don't want to mess them up. But yeah, so I do know a little bit about them. Not a bucket load. Like I know why they're named 17, like the breakdown of that and things like that. So I do know about them. I just haven't fully dove into them. But I do plan to. I just don't know when necessarily. But I'm excited. I've heard like some great reviews about the song so far. Like some people, I like watching reaction videos, so some of my favorite reactors that have reacted to this song have loved it and gone crazy for it. So I'm very excited to listen to this. Also, with that being said, I didn't watch any of the reactions to this song, so this is my first time watching it. I just realized how I was saying it kind of came off that way. But yeah, I'm excited, so let's get started.
계속 올랐지 정상까지 마냥 실은 보란 듯이 I always win 강한 마음이 중요하지 미래는 도망가지 난 내가 놓기 전까지 다름다림다 걸음을 타고 여기저기로 다름다림다 우리들의 경치를 높이러 다름다림다 또 다른 세계 나가자고 이 리듬에 맞춰 Say 영웅 보색 like this 시간과 공간에 구애받지 않는 자세 힘을 타고 쓰러져도 포기 버리고 날 뛰는 중 우리는 등장 중 여전히 세대를 뒷바꿈 멈추지가 않아 뒷박 중 발이 꼬여도 뒷박 푸른만 근둔 성실히 수행 중 다름다름 난 늘어나라 하늘로 여의봉 다름다름 나 우리들의 매일은 coming go 다름다름 난 모든 걸 위해 나가자고 이 노래에 맞춰 say 영웅 본색 like this 시간과 공간에 구애받지 않는 자세 힘을 따고 쓰러져도 포기 모르고 날 뛰는 중 마치 뛴 것 같아 손 놓고 마치 뛴 것 같아 손 놓고 우리는 쉬지 않아 매일 make 끝까지 가보자 마치 뛴 것 같아 손 놓고 I love my team, I love my crew 여기까지 달리면서 I love my team, I love my crew 계속 달릴 수 있어도 I love my team, I love my crew 여기까지 오르면서 I love my team 그 덕분에 우리 마치 된 것 같아 서로 진실은 때론 자유롭게 거짓은 때론 달콤해 다정함은 때론 거짓말로 나쁜 것을 다 모아도 핑 하고 뿌나와 에너지 김모아 아주 딱 나와 에너지 한 방에 아주 발사봐 지금부터 다 하늘위로 함성 발사 이 노래는 이 만화의 엔딩송이다
Okay. I like that. I didn't see that coming. I think it's because like what I've experienced of 17s was more of their brighter kind of vibes. This was not, but it was really good. So first off, 17's one of those groups that they're like equivalent on like all fronts. Their dancing's really good, their singing's really good, their rapping's really good, and they're all consistent. So you know you're gonna get a good sound when you listen to their songs. But I didn't expect this. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I haven't watched a bunch of their videos, but I've watched a few. And this was like so different from all of them that I've seen. I've actually really enjoyed that. Like, this was a good sounding song. I think what I love about them, they have so many members, but they all kind of have a distinct sound. I'm not necessarily able to tell them all apart yet, but certain people I can a little bit. But they all have like a distinct sound, but they all work together really well. Like, there were parts where it was going from rapper to rapper, or someone that was rapping to another person. And it meshed really well, but they were all like, you can tell that they were different voices, which I like. I like when they all have a uniqueness to them that stands out even in a video with this many people. And this had a lot of people. This, like, they're one of the larger K-pop groups from what I know of. Maybe take out NCT. They're probably one of the groups with like 17. After NCT, 17 probably has the most from what I know. So the fact that they had, it looked like at least 20 backup dancers that were dancing with them. And the backup dancers were awesome. I think their dances always impress me because they're always so in sync with each other. But then the dances are so intricate that it's like it's just, they're very impressive when it comes to the dancing. It, like, every time I watch their dancing, even if it's something like subtle, they execute it really well, so it makes it seem bigger and better. But I loved it. I love that they had like it was like kind of like a traditional type song. Cause like if you looked at their clothes, where at the end was a good part. Yeah, it kind of looks like traditional clothing that they're wearing that's been kind of modernized a bit, which is awesome. I love when K-pop kind of does this type of thing. I'm trying to think of some others. The only other one I can think, I know there's more than this. The only other song I can think of at the moment that has like this traditional is Jopping. I know a lot of other groups have done it, but for some reason I can't think of any of them. But I do love when songs kind of do have a traditional look to them, which they definitely have in this. And I love the scene that they're in. I love the coloring that they picked to it, because I feel like the gold and then the red ground with all the black just looks so elegant. They look rich. They look like they've got like some, yeah. So visually they look amazing. There were some shots that were from above that I absolutely adored. Like, yeah, like here. Like this is amazing. Like all the backup dancers that are there, they're all like, the lines are actually pretty good. There are only like a few places where it's maybe a bit off in the backup dancers, but I love this. It also kind of brings me back to my marching band days, where you see it from above. Because when you're videoing from above, you see all the mistakes, all the slight inaccuracies. It's all out in the open, and they like really don't have like any of them in here. But I also love that this is done, because you don't see this type of shot too much in K-pop. And considering how good they are at dancing and consistent they are, this is such a great shot to add. I also just love the walls with the red, like the warm red light, and like their lighting in it's amazing also. But they were really good. I enjoyed the song. Like the instrumental was really good. Like I want to say it sounded like it was influenced by traditional also, because it would also make sense with what they were wearing. But it did sound like a modernized traditional like sound, which is awesome. I think some of the best music comes from combining older styles with newer. But it sounded so cool. And basically right from the start, it was that kind of sound. I also love, I'm pretty sure it was at the very beginning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Woozi. He looks awesome. I do have one question, because I was able to recognize some of them, but not all of them. There was another, let me try to find it. Nope, that's Woozi. Brought up in the air. He looks freaking cool. Okay, yes. I'm not sure who this member is, but he stood out to me at the beginning. I can't necessarily explain too much as to why. I think I just really like his look in this. But also he sounded really good. They all sounded really good, but there's always someone that kind of just appeals to you. You know they're all good, but one person kind of stands out that little bit just because of some tonal thing or characteristics in their voice. And this person kind of did that for me. So please do let me know who that is in the comments. But they were all really good. There was a part I noticed when Hoshi came onto the screen. I think I smiled quite a bit when I saw those two, but I really liked this song. It sounded really good. And it's 17, so I was kind of expecting something good because they're just an impressive group. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, so if you have any recommendations for 17 songs, please do leave them in the comments, because I do want to get into them. I don't know how soon I will get into them, but I definitely want to watch more of their stuff because I know they're good. They are an amazing group, and I know that I know that I like their sound and their dancing and all of that. So I do want to watch more of their stuff. There are some other songs that I have listened to them that I don't think I brought up. There was the leaders had a subunit, so it was Hoshi, Woozy, and S Coops. They did a song, I think it was called Cheers. I'm pretty sure I like that one. I don't think I added it to my playlist. I don't know why. Sometimes I listen to a song and just forget to do that. But I'm pretty sure if I'm correct with what I just said, I also like that one. Because the leaders are impressive. Like, just really good. But yeah. So that will be it for this. But once again, any recommendations for this group or any other group, please do feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you don't want to necessarily leave a comment, I do have an Instagram. I'm working on becoming a bit more active there. I'm not great at Instagram and social media, so I'm working on that. But if you want to message me over there, please do feel free. But yeah, I'm excited to hear more of their stuff. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.